Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with the Euro USD, no real change. We did break through a little bit of structure, but what we have formed is pretty much a higher low right over there. So for me at the moment, this is looking like a flat bottom triangle that is forming. So narrative stays the same. If we break through the structure to the downside, we're looking for a retest and we're looking for shorts. That's pretty much the move here. So if you look at the 1 hour, you can see grouping of the oscillators to the downside, bit of a crossover brewing on the moving averages. But for me, this area still needs to be cleared. So looking for a break and a retest. What could also transpire is just another move to the top of what is looking like a bit of a range here at 105.371. There is a bit of a gap here as well, which could act as a magnet. Or alternatively, what you're going to see is a break, a retest, and that's going to get me short. So it's either a short here, a break of 105.027, and alternatively a rejection of 105.371. So we are looking for shorts on Euro USD. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, we got a break of this structure yesterday. So we had this range that was forming. We've got a break. So what we're looking for is a retest for a long. So we're looking for price to come back. There's a bit of a wedge that was formed yesterday. We're looking to come back, find some support somewhere, and then start moving to the upside. I would look at the 15-minute for this pair. You'll see these tails on this side of price. Okay, so in other words, you could argue that tail, you could argue this tail, you could argue that tail, which makes a lot of sense because it's got another bit of support found here and a rejection off it. So that could be the area. Look at the oscillators. So that's the one way of looking at this. The other way of looking at this is, where's my square? There is a bit of a range forming, so and I can extend this range to there. So what the other way of looking at this is to wait for a break of this structure that's here, which is this inside tail here on the 15-minute breakup, retest, going to validate a flag for a move to the upside. So definitely looking for a long here. 15-minute trade, this one. Wait for this break, wait for the retest, and then you're looking for the long. Moving on to pound, British pound, Japanese yen. Nothing really exciting at the moment. We do have a break as well. So we do have a break of this 166.220. 222. So what we're looking for again is a pullback onto a level of support for an opportunity to buy into this. There is another micro level here just on this tail here. And I'll give you those levels now on the 1 hour. So you can see there was our range. We broke, and there's a pretty decent setup there, nice engulfing bar off the top on the break. So that was a relatively decent setup, and also a London breakout would have worked beautifully. So first 7 bars, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was your structure. Typical trade on top of this bar, stop below, and you can see how well that played out. So similar situation as to US dollar Japanese yen here. You're looking for a pullback onto structure for an opportunity to buy into this. So just look at the 15-minute as well. If you look at the 15, you'll see each one of these tails here are going to offer some form of support. So just get them in. There's a half decent area there. Let's make sure there's no gaps to the downside, but you can see the 155 EMA is here as well. So that's kind of the view that we've got here right now. Looking for an opportunity to buy back into this. A gap close would be the first target, and then your second target would be a look to break above the high of yesterday for a continuation higher. Lastly, Euro British pound. No real change here. We're still stuck in between a rock and a hard place. So there's nothing going on here. Still a sit and wait scenario. If you look at the hour, you can see 2 days now that we've been bouncing around between 0.86121 and 0.85721. So what we're looking for is a break of some form of structure, and that is the only two levels that I'm paying attention to right now. You can see we're buried in amongst the moving averages here as well. So that indicates range. It also indicates sit on your hands, look at something else. So I think the other three pairs offer some structure that is forming. Just pay attention to that structure and you should get a half decent trade out of the Forex pairs today. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.